Hello guys and welcome to episode 3 part 1 farming for funds. Now I say part 1 because there's going to be 2 parts on farming here. So this first part is going to be farming for mats and for nodes, and the second lot of farming will be for set pieces and valuable drops. So in this episode we're going to talk about farming everything from alchemy right through to all your ore and wood nodes. Now the toon that I'm using for this is a stamina toon. By all means you can use a magicka toon, but if you do have a stamina toon, it seems to be a little bit better, help with sprinting, etc, so forth, so on. So I'm on my Sork here, and a few skills that I use on my Sork is Streak, Hurricane, Dark Deal to give us back stamina, exchange magicka for stamina. Now Hurricane gives us 10% movement speed, Streak, no brainer, it just helps us get from point to point. And I'm on a bow here, now I'll tell you why, because of the passive in the bow line called Hasty Retreat. Now whenever we dodge roll, we increase our movement speed by 30%, it gives us major expedition. Another thing I do have, I'm lucky enough to have in my possession, is Vicious Ophidian. Now down the bottom there, as you can see, whenever I kill an enemy, it gives me major expedition for 20 seconds, which is quite a long time for a major buff, which increases my movement speed by 30%. Now I'm not saying kill something every 20 seconds, but you will find yourself having to kill a monster or an enemy mob in order to get that node, and why not have speed afterwards. So if you're lucky enough to have that, then go for it. Another thing that you're gonna be beneficial if you're a stamina toon is in the lava tree here, Plentiful Harvest. This will help you whether you're stamina or magicka. It's only 10 points, so you know, you should have that in for your magic recovery here. But if you do have the CP, I suggest buffing it up so you can get reduced gathering times by 50%, Master Gatherer. It takes 75 CP in this tree. I'm max CP, so I do need Mooncalf, so that just comes with it. But if you're able to get these two, that's an added bonus. Now two zones you're probably gonna want to farm in is Hrothgar and Craglorn. So in Hrothgar here, it's very popular. We have a chance to get creosote oil, creosote sand, stuff like that. The chests can drop some pretty good items as well. Craglorn is probably the better place and where most farmers farm, purely and simply because of the chance to get Nern Crooks. So if we go here to traits, so fortified Nern Crooks, as you can see there, it's a very quick 4.5 grand, 4.5 gold, and the potent here is an easy 13k, you know, and they have a chance to drop from nodes in Craglorn. So that's why most farmers will go there to farm. And if you land yourself a couple of those in a farming session, it's very, very good. So, and that's why most of the people will farm in Craglorn. But basically, you know, I'm not going to spend too much time running around here, but you just run a certain pattern, you'll get to know which ways to go as you do it more. But as you can see, our dodge rolling and major expedition here, it all helps out. Now stamina's pretty good, you know, we can use Dark Exchange here to help us out. Someone's obviously been through here. Not doing too good. But some other things you're gonna want to use, and if I can find a node here, I'll show you. Someone's really cleaned this area out. There they are there. Sneak around this way. Okay, so here's a node up here. So see how it's glowing as I get closer to it? Okay, this is a passive from your crafting line. Same here with that fungus there. Not so much with this, I don't have it unlocked on this, but I'll show you that passive now. So if we go into our skills, craft, so alchemy, keen eye. So as we can see there, herbs and fungi in the world will be easier to see when you're 20 meters closer, and this is the same all the way. Okay. I don't have it unlocked for enchanting because obviously the ruined stones emit a glow by themselves, so I find them easier to find, and I don't need the keen eye. Now you probably noticed I just picked up an iron node there. That is because I'm a max level, but I haven't got anything unlocked. So if I was to have 10 out of 10 in metalworking, then I wouldn't have an iron node over there. I would have had a rubidite node, and it probably heightens my chance of getting a lot more better stuff. But like I said, I'm not a farmer, and this isn't my crafter, so I'm not maxed out. But you get the gist of the idea. If you're here in Rothgar, I come down to south here. It's a little bit less populated. I generally run a loop sort of around here. Do quite well. There's a number of chests along here. You can do laps in here, but the further north you go, especially in this area, I find the population's quite high and there's a lot of farmers. In Craglawn, I have a tendency to stick around Dragonstar area, so I'll probably do loops around this area here. But like I said, there are a lot of people farming. But this area here just seems to be a little bit less concentrated, and you can still obviously get your known honed and known crooks there. Farming is something you'll probably do. You'll run through you'll play your normal hours, you run your dungeons with all your friends, and then things start to slow down, and it's hard to find dungeons. You're not sure what to do. That's the time you go farming, because a lot of people have logged off, and the server population is a bit lower, so there's less competition for mats. So as you can see, there's people farming here. And also questers as well. So as you're questing, people will be picking up those nodes. Why not? They're there, take them. So now we'll go have a look at that refining and see how we can get those valuable mats out of all the ore and mats that we've farmed. So when refining here, what we're aiming for is one gold improving mat for every 100 raw material that we refine. And as you can see, I get on a bit of a okay run here. But when you find that you're up to 100 or 200 raw material without getting a gold mat, then just stop, exit out of the refining UI, and then go back into it. And what that does is resets your RNG. And if you get to the point where you can't get any more gold mats, it refuses to give you one every 100 or so raw material, then just stop. It'll be there tomorrow or later on. There's no need to waste all of your ore for that. All your raw materials. So and as you can see, we got a few there, and at the moment they're going for 6k gold each, so we did alright. That's the method I use. There are probably others out there, but this is what I use, and it generally works well for me. But just remember, if you're not getting any gold mats, don't blow through it all just for the sake of it. Save them and try again later. Okay, so at the moment alchemy herbs are going for quite a large amount, as we can see here. Wormwood, like your Lady Smock, Dragonthorn, Columbine is ridiculous. Now the best place to farm these is actually in Cold Harbour, in the Hollow City. So this is the city here. Now, since 1 Tamriel, all 3 factions are now in the one instance, so this used to be a very popular place to farm, and it still is, but unfortunately it's very populated at the moment. So at your common times, everyone is here. You'll very rarely pick up a herb. If you do, you might pick up 2 or 3 on one circuit at the moment. But if you get here at the right time, when there's nobody else farming, or just 1 or 2 other people farming, you can actually get yourself up to 2,000 gold or more per lap of the Hollow City. So I'm just going to run through quickly. So we just check these, the shore here. We generally run down the side. As you can see, there's people here absolutely everywhere. There's generally a herb just here. There we go, nightshade. Look how lucky we are there. We come up here. There's generally one just here. in here is a good spot. As you can see, the player in there just picked up one. We come up here. Yep, there's some nightshade. Very lucky with the nightshade at the moment, aren't we? And then we race down here. Now this straight down here generally has a heap, as you can see. Some dragon thorn. Check up in here. I'm not gonna get that maple, but this is the circuit you're gonna want to go. Nightshade everywhere, beautiful. In here. Oh, how lucky is this? Some people skip this bit over here, but I find that there is generally herbs down here. There's generally one node there, and there's generally one node down in here, which there is not at the moment. So we're almost finished our circuit here. Lady smoke, and all this, like these lady smokes are going for up to 150 gold each, you know, like it's well worth it. And on, you know, when RNG's on your side, you can really make a ton of gold in this place, especially when there's nobody else on. Generally a sneaky one down in here. Yep, there we go. A lot of people overlook this one. As you can tell, I've farmed this place. This is probably the place that I farm the most, just because I'm always using potions for my PvE trials, dungeons, Vetrimels Marina, etc. So, and when I'm a bit light on cash, I just come here and do a few laps of this place, and I can get a stack of the pots I'm chasing. So almost completed. We're not going to worry about that herb over there. And generally you'll get some. Yep, you get some water here, some pure water, and we got some nice solvent there, so beautiful. So that's a lap. Just rinse and repeat. As you can see, we got a fair few herbs there, and even though it was heavily populated and there was a few other people farming, so as you can imagine, you can do quite well. What have we got over here? Bit of wormwood to finish everything off. Fishing can also be another way to make gold as well. So as you can see, this is a fishing hole here. You'll need yourself some bait, and you'll need to use certain baits in certain areas. So I think this is classed as, could be ocean or lake, I'm not sure, but I'll just pop up a little picture at the moment just to show you exactly what types of baits to use where. Now once you catch a few of these fish, and it doesn't matter what fish they are, I think as long as they're just your standard normal fish, you can use them, and that will take a fillet off the fish, and then you'll have a chance at getting perfect roe. As you can see there, perfect roe is an easy 10.5k gold. Now the drop rate though isn't so fantastic. I think the best I've ever received when perfect roe was first a thing, I think I was getting one every 50 fish, so it does take quite some time, and obviously you'll have to decide whether it's worth doing in order to make that gold, or if there are quicker ways to do it. Obviously if you like your fishing, you're trying to unlock dyes, trying to unlock the achievement, which is really good, you know, achievements are good, then this may be a really good sideline, so don't pass that up. Don't just sell the fish or destroy them. Make sure you spend a bit of time and rattle through and fillet them all and have that chance at getting it. That's about it, guys. So in closing, I've pretty much showed you all that I know about farming. There's probably a lot more to it, possibly a few other areas that I know personally. Is in this little valley just here, just near Goat's Head Oasis. It literally is a bit of a oasis full of goats. And yeah, there's this area is rich in alchemy mats, and obviously got the dolmen there that drops every so often that you can farm it as well. And we'll be going more into set pieces and farming set pieces next episode. And I'm terribly sorry, guys, that I've been concentrating mainly on the Daggerfell Covenant. I did start off I am Daggerfell Covenant. Every toon I have is DC, so I don't really know very good places in other factions, and I do apologise for that. I feel a bit embarrassed, but just keep in mind, a quick Google will show you what zones that can get, where you can get your certain mats from. Again, apologies for that. So in closing, if you may not want to farm, then just don't pass up any nodes. Don't pass up the opportunity to get a little bit. They all slowly add up, and you can get good gold off them. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions or any more information, just leave a comment below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in part 2 of episode 3.